It's an honor as well as a privilege to introduce to you this morning Elton Hall, whom I've known for many, many years. Elton has been a very ardent and dedicated student of the philosophy of Theosophy for over 50 plus years. Not only is he an apt student of the philosophy, but he's also very dedicated to the spirit of that philosophy and to embodying it in practice in a variety of ways. Elton, together with many of us from the United Lodge of Theosophists in Santa Barbara, had the great privilege of studying under Raghavan and Nandini Iyer for many years. Their radiant and benevolent tutelage really helped Elton, as it did all of us, to really understand something more about the depth, the subtlety, the beauty, the richness, the majesty of the divine philosophy. And Elton certainly has been true over all these years to that deep, pulsating spirit of the Theosophia. In terms of Elton's profession and worldly dharma, he is a professor of philosophy, has been a professor of philosophy for many decades, has taught in Minnesota, in California, also in Idaho. But more importantly, he has been a marvelous teacher of philosophy, discussing subjects from metaphysics to mysticism, to religion, to ethics. And I happened to be present at a college in California in 1995 when Elton was chosen by the students as being the professor for the year. Currently, Elton, as I know from personal discussions with him over many months and years, he's involved, even though he's retired, he is very active in terms of engaging with his reading the pioneer thinkers in philosophy, religion, and science, and especially with the latter. He has a fabulous understanding of the developments in scientific thought, scientific knowledge. And finally, to give you just a little insight into the, I'll give a window of perception into Elton as a person. I'd like just to share one final thing with you. That is, many years ago, many of us asked Raghavan Iyer, what is a true aristocrat? And the response was, an aristocrat is someone who is inclusive, warm, welcoming, someone who puts others at ease, gives them confidence, has wit, a sense of humor, and is utterly disarming. To put this another way, what was said, if you wish to use a substitute word for a true aristocrat, say a true theosophist. This is someone who has graciousness, and Elton certainly has graciousness. He embodies some of the wonderful graces that we associate with classical times. To put this in a final way, I think what is most telling about the finest people that we meet anywhere and everywhere are those individuals who have a kind of sweet syncopation between brilliance and a heart quality. To put it finally, I think when anyone can marry or bring together an alpha mind and an alpha heart, you have something really wonderful, really enjoyable. You have a true learner, someone who has a love of truth and a golden heart. That really moves people. That really brings something quite wonderful to the human equation. So having said this about my good friend, Elton Hall, I now invite him up to answer the question, to share with us his thoughts on what is a life a life worth living. Elton?